Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And before we start, I just want to make an apology because I didn't manage to get a video yesterday at all. I've been out from my home all day yesterday. Had to do a lot of stuff, mainly on COP28 here in Dubai. So I got very busy yesterday, going around all places and doing all kind of stuff, mainly regarding work. But yeah, that's why I didn't manage to post anything yesterday. But yesterday, after I got home, I did manage to catch up. I kind of briefly watched everything that I could regarding the Game Awards. And yeah, it's mainly what it's going to be, this gaming news, because the rest I didn't see anything interesting enough, except one or two items here. But then again, I publish everything on Rumble. At the moment, again, we are still doing the Void Busters re-uploads there until it finish off, and then afterwards I will proceed with XCOM 2 until it catches up with YouTube. Again, gaming gameplay series, it's not on pause. I cannot manage. It's been very busy, especially with the COP28. A lot of stuff. People asking me a lot to do a lot of stuff, like in the day before for the next day. I don't know, a lot of movement around that regarding companies and everything. So, and even in terms of freelancer stuff. It's been wild. To a certain degree, it's been good, which is a very good sign. But yeah, I will try to catch up. I think COP is still 1 week more. We'll see how it goes. I will try to manage the best I can to bring up to speed the gaming series here. And yeah, everything is also archive posted on my blogger's site there, and everything is posted also on Patreon. So let's get started. Got a lot of stuff to cover, especially from the Game Awards. The big winner was Baldur's Gate 3. Again, this shows that there is really great appetite from players around the world, having a good experience, mainly a good experience. This is a classic RPG. Turn-based combat thing there, but I think it can be done in different ways. I never played the game. I didn't watch too much of videos regarding the game because it's one of the games I want to go again blind, not knowing too much. But I know it's a classic RPG with the dice stuff there, and seems excellent. And it shows that consumers, the players, really want a full experience out of the gate. They pay a full game, they get a full game. And again, the game is not without its flaws. It had to be supported in terms of performance, some bugs here and there in quests, but that's kind of normal in this day and age. So it's something that everybody expected, of course. But people are getting a full experience just by paying the full priced game. And I'm not sure how much is the game. I don't know if they're going to enter in this. It's not going to enter necessarily. It came out basically this year, this summer, give or take a little bit before. But yeah, it passes the message that people really like this kind of experiences, not just the game itself or the genre by itself, but the fact that you pay a full price for a game, you get the full experience out of the gate, and then they are offering. I don't remember quite well. I know that they are launching more stuff there for free, and then they gather around because they are kind of independent studio, so they managed to get around having the funding from themselves to make a physical copy, like a deluxe edition, which looks wonderful. It's just only $10+ for that special edition. You got figurine, you got patches, you got stickers, you got booklets, I think, and I think you also got a map from the game, and you get a physical copy also with discs, from what I understood. So it's how things were done in the past, and how it is really what people really craving for, to that these kind of things maintain themselves. People are getting fed up with microtransactions. With if you want something, you have to pay it, or you have to grind through gaming mechanics, and then you have to pay for not to grind through gaming mechanics. Like for example, Assassin's Creed XP, double XP stuff, and double whatever it is to or double loot chances. You pay for those things. People are fed up with that, and it kind of shows on the games that's coming out, and people really want. People accept DLC if it adds something to the game, because if you put DLC behind a paywall and you don't experience the full complete, or at least the complete experience, or that players feel that it is complete experience. DLC can, if it adds something more to the gameplay and to the story of the game, I think it's well worth it as an extra thing, even if it's even if you have to pay for DLC. Something like similar to what Cyberpunk did. They mean updating the game, bringing stuff for free, and then they did huge updates to improve the game a lot. Of course, this is a very particular case. And then after they did a huge DLC, which is Phantom Liberty, sorry, and the patch 2.1, they added even more stuff, and it's a game that it's been out 2 years. Yeah, this is what people expect, and yeah, Cyberpunk won a prize here. I have the list of the winners here. We'll get through that, which is here, around here. I think it was about here. Okay, best ongoing game, Cyberpunk 2077. It's basically because they basically reborn from the ashes of the game, and they managed to have people giving continuous support. But yeah, the best one, okay, Game of the Year, Baldur's Gate 3, then Alan Wake also win a lot of them. Best direction, best narrative, art direction, Baldur's Gate 3, best performance, best score music, Final Fantasy. I will leave it here. I will not go through one by one. It's too much here. But yeah, basically Baldur's Gate 3, what a lot of people consider the most important ones, it's the one they won. For example, best direction narrative is completely different. It's something that usually it's not fits very well on RPGs, even though it can be done, but usually RPG is more about the role playing. So you make your own direction and you make basically your own narrative. And Alan Wake seems that is an excellent game. It's something very kind of similar to a movie here. But yeah. Basically, it's like overall kind of trophy here. I will leave, of course, everything in the description regarding the links and articles here. And in TGA, one of those things, Skull and Bones again, another trailer. Seems that they are adding, they scrap up a lot of the stuff from the last showcase, which was trying to get very historically accurate. And the gameplay was very bland. Everything was meh. I think this trailer tried to imbue a little bit more kind of a fantasy here, like pirate ships, like similar to Pirate of the Caribbean vibe there. But yeah, supposedly it's going to launch February 16 next year. It's been like 10 times that the game has been delayed, but yeah, my hopes are not that high regarding that. But yeah, it's one of those things that pop out during the TGA. 3 hours and a half was very long, but yeah, it was manageable. It was kind of entertaining here. An excellent announcement that got me a little bit pumped up. Kojima Productions, now they are joining with Microsoft, so through Xbox Game Studios. This is one of the great things, is the fact that Hideo Kojima can be a little bit more unfeathered and have a little bit more creative control, and the way the projects that he wants to do more, and finds a way to arrange some financing for the game itself and do some partnerships. Of course, he started with PlayStation. They had and still have a good long-standing relationship regarding that, with Death Stranding and now Death Stranding 2. But for this more experimental thing, which is OD, like Overdose, it's again, it's one of those things that is very Kojima-esque, something like an experience is trying to get out of this, and a partnership also with a lot of creators. One of them is Jordan Peele from the Get Out movie and other movies. I forgot the titles, I'm sorry, but there are supposedly more other people being directors or people that are more in the creative field that will try to explore something, trying to blend, explores the concept of testing of real threshold. Not a lot was said, so it's very broad strokey kind of a thing. But yeah, seems interesting enough. I'm very interested the same way I got pumped up with Death Stranding because it's something that he was envisioned there. And also Death Stranding 2, it's one of those games that I will have to sink my teeth on as soon as I can. But yeah, it's one of those. Again, it's one of those kind of the teasers, and we didn't get anything from Death Stranding 2. I suppose it will take a little bit more time until they wrap up the game, because Kojima now is basically starting working on this one and Death Stranding at the same time, and the studio is not like huge 400 people studio. I think it's a little bit more slimmed down, more agile to a certain degree, so I think it will take a little bit more time for Death Stranding to come out. We got the big announcement for Capcom that people were rumoring about from Capcom franchises. It was Monster Hunter Wilds. My prediction, kind of, or at least my thoughts on it was, it doesn't say here. It was probably this game will come out in the new Resident Evil engine, RE engine. I'm not sure because I didn't see any logo of the engine on the trailer, but seems pretty good. Seems more graphics seems pretty good. Seems very in line with the RE engine or Resident Evil engine, because that engine itself never was built from the ground up to make it in open world. And I think if this is the case, Monster Hunter Wilds seems pretty interesting. Seems very, I don't know, it's just a teaser trailer. But again, we got the confirmation that the next big game coming from Capcom is Monster Hunter franchise main lines, at least from the teaser, what it seems, the way it was demonstrated here. So it was a good thing to see there. Also, we got Black Myth Wukong, excellent trailer, kind of a story trailer per se. Again, this is not the open world. It's more kind of a linear path, kind of almost like based mission, because even though it's inspired to the Journey to the West from Chinese mythology. Again, when you play the God Monkey and you travel to the West, and you have to face a lot of stuff. I suppose a lot of myths and legends from Chinese culture from the time that was written. But yeah, again, seems spectacular, seems very fluid. The combat is what we'll be seeing all along still. The graphics seems on par what they have been showcasing. So, and the fact that we have more definitive. I think it was only 2024 or summer 2024, if not mistaken. But yeah, now we have a definitive date. It's August 20 next year, and next year is going to be also a very busy year for launches. But yeah, good to see a good trailer. Again, these articles I've been showing, they have all trailers attached with it, so you can watch it. We got Hello Games announcement, which is a new game. It's to a certain degree similar, like in broad strokes concept is No Man's Sky in a world. So basically you got open world, which is the size of a real world. Not much was shown. The trailer seems pretty good. I think it's an upgraded version of the engine that they have been using, but I'm quite not sure. I'm not sure if they changed. There was some changes in some games that they are now using a lot of the Unreal Engine, but I suppose they are using a more updated version from the game they have been using for No Man's Sky. The thing is, here is going to be more about survival, building your own stuff, traveling the world with your friends, so as multiplayer experience it there. Again, it's just a showcase, no kind of year to. It's going to be something more in line with No Man's Sky in terms of it's going to be a long project, so they didn't try to trick us per se, like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky now is a very excellent game to be played. from everything that I've been seeing. And this one might start like a open world, real world kind of size feel. So it's not going to be something like Starfield when you got like a tile that you have something. It's going to be a seamless entire world, like planet Earth seamless, and you have to go around. You can journey throughout everything. You can go underwater supposedly from the footage of the trailer. And you got like mounts, like flying mounts also to go around, and basically you do whatever you want to do. I'm not sure very well how it's going to do, but yeah, the concept itself is interesting because mainly the fact that you can travel all over the world seamlessly, and so got the building survival and exploration stuff. We'll see what they have to offer, even though they have a lot of elements of procedural generation stuff. I don't know how this is going to work, but yeah, we will see, because it's also multiplayer. I don't know how they're going to do that, but yeah, we will see how it goes. It's still a long way. I suppose 2 more years until it comes out, but yeah, we will see how it goes. We got this kind of weird announcement. I never seen Dungeon Fighter Online. I don't know what this is. Is this part of basically the first Berserker? Seems pretty interesting, mainly what I saw from the combat itself. The presentation is very anime-esque, kind of anime. But yeah, the combat seems interesting enough, inspired by Dark Souls to a certain degree. But with more flashy stuff there, and basically it's single player action RPG from cutthroat universe of Dungeon and Fighter. I don't know what this is. I don't remember seeing this. But yeah, no, for its dynamic anime art style and DC combat system, the Dungeon and Fighter series combine the fast-paced with classic RPG elements. Okay. But yeah, it is what it is. Seems pretty interesting how they went about it. Kind of piqued my interest on this. And there is no launch date, but at least something that it's going to be on my radar for sure. At first caught me with the Berserker thing, but yeah, it's not Berserker from the manga. But yeah, we'll have to wait for a proper adaptation from the manga there. Got also more stuff from Senua Saga Hellblade 2. Got another official trailer, and yeah, it's in 2024, but we didn't have any more kind of more detailed stuff regarding launch date. But it's something that yeah, it's interesting how they deal with the topics they are dealing, and I'm hoping to play at least the first one and then prepare myself for this one. Got also Lightspeed LA announces the AAA open world game, and I think it's single player from what I understand. The setting seems interesting, which is post-apocalyptic world in Tokyo. Calls the Last Sentinel. A lot of robots there, some cyborg stuff there happening, but did not have a lot to say. It's more about putting a setting on it in a mood than more than anything else. But yeah, seems interesting. If not mistaken, these guys from Lightspeed Studios, they are veterans from other huge games. Here on I forget, because I just watched the show there, and I if I remember correctly, they are veterans from other good games, like AAA games, that they founded their own studio. And yeah, it seems pretty interesting, at least in terms of concept, and it's going to be on my watch list to see if it's worth or not to put on a wish list and then play it. We got this one, Metaphor ReFantazio, will launch in fall next year. This is from the same guys that have been doing the Persona games, but I suppose it's a different setting, from what I understood. I never played, interestingly enough, never played any Persona games, but this one, I don't know, because Persona games is a huge time investment, and this is more fantasy-like, at least from what I understood. Yeah, I'm always interested in good RPGs, and I always have a weak spot for anything anime related. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's the same guys from that been doing the Persona games here, so it's got a good pedigree, at least in terms of the development. and we have already basically a launch window predicted for fall of 2024. We got Exodus. Again, this is one of those seemingly interesting enough kind of the games here. The concept seems that when you time travel, was announced by Matthew McConaughey. He voices somebody in the game, from what I understood. This is mainly because he is a Austin, Texas developer team. Yeah, it seems that the way the thing is, at least the main hook, when you travel at the speed of light, travel, it's not instantaneous, so it's not wormhole. It's basically light travel, light speed travel, which is you jump to, I don't know, another constellation or something like that, or another solar system, something that will happen for you in, like, let's say 1 minute. Again, everything in the normal world will pass like years, months, hundreds of years, depends on the time jump that you have to do. And there is that concept around, because this is like a high risk thing to do, mainly because of exploration, and there is like the consequences when you start to think about it. Okay, you're going to send somebody to explore another solar system that we might think is worth to colonize. So for the people that are going to make the jump, it will take, I don't know, 1 month, or not 1 month, but let's say 1 day. While people at Earth, I don't know, we will spend like at least a generation. So it's in terms of the reward for the civilization itself might be something that it might not compensate, because everybody could be dead by the time the other guys arrive there. But yeah, seems pretty interesting how they went about it. But yeah, not much details here, but the concept itself, by the time and how times juggles in the game, seems pretty interesting. Again, Final Fantasy 16 PC version. There was some rumblings with the game director. They announced a DLC, two DLCs for Final Fantasy 16, and I think they are the only two DLC content. One is going to launch very, I think this month, if not mistaken. The other is going to around a few months afterwards. I didn't memorize because it's still PS5 stuff. But the fact that now they might be focusing on launching a PC version. Again, there was the thing of requiring an SSD, and all the DLCs might be included. I think that's what they did with Final Fantasy 15. They then launched the Windows editions or something like that it's called. It got everything that came out for the PS5 all bundled together. But yeah, there might be the second expansion. It's spring 2024. I don't know if we're going to get anything in fall of 2024 regarding PC, but yeah, here the article is more referring about using M.2 SSD, mainly because it's what the consoles use at the moment, and the fact that in terms of loading speeds, it makes a difference. But even a normal SSD, you don't notice a huge difference between M.2 and a normal SSD. You really notice it's between an SSD and a mechanic drive. But yeah, no confirmation in terms of date, but there is some rumblings in talking about that, so it raises a little bit the hopes of people that want Final Fantasy on PC again. I'm one of them that I would like to try out. This one seems kind of a very linear story that it's interesting. Again, Alan Wake 2 getting a new Game Plus and a new ending next Monday, so in 1 or 2 days here. Again, got at least 3, I think. Yeah, only 3. Best direction, best art direction, best game direction, and best narrative. Yeah, Monday, December is going to add a new Game Plus to restart Alan Wake 2 and retail all weapon, charms, and character upgrades earning during the first playthrough, with the caveat that they are going to be only available in the first available shoebox on the new Game Plus. But yeah, it's going to be good if you want to up a little bit the difficulty, I suppose. And there is the final draft update. It's supposedly adds a new ending to the layered story of Alan Wake 2, which Remedy believes will spark speculation and theories, which is always good. And yeah, a little bit more patches here and there to fix performance and all that good stuff there. Again, see, it's one of those that I'm really want to do and get my hands on, but first I need to play through Alan Wake and Control, so I can catch up with the lore and the story and everything else. But yeah, and it's for free, this content, of course. And finally, this is not part of the Game Awards, but finally it came out the day before, and I've been warning everybody since I started covering this. I did the mistake of the first time that I covered this game, I don't know, almost a year ago. It was really interesting, and everybody is in agreement that the first time they did how do I say, they launched the first trailer. Seems pretty good. It seemed pretty good at the time. Good graphic fidelities, but then we got started with the drama saga of everything. Afterwards, the following trailers and everything and showcases that they're trying to do, and the fact that I think one of the biggest culprits of keeping the hype or trying to keep the hype for this game is IGN, because they are all over the place. Was always raving about this game. Anything that was supposed, I don't know what kind of a deal they got there, but yeah, that's why I don't trust big outlets there regarding hype things, because they just, I don't know if they are getting paid or there is some kind of agreement in the higher ups, and then it trickles down, and then they have to do the persons that are doing the presentations and everything. But yeah, IGN was one of those companies that was hyping up this all night, all day, and it only gave me more the sensation this was almost like kind of a scam, and basically it is. It's not what they promised, which is basically like an MMO kind of a thing here. It's basically very similar as I don't know how they call it, a looter shooter. Supposedly it was about to be an open world looter shooter, whatever it is, but it's basically kind of how they call it, extraction shooter. Okay, extraction shooter, smaller scale extraction shooter. I think it's similar to the that game from Ubisoft that is based on the thing there on the, oh my god, The Division. Here there is, I underlined it, but I forgot to follow there. Yeah, again, 2 years. It's a mess. It's the most, I think it at this moment might be the worst game ever reviewed on Steam. It's a mess. The graphics, of course, are not anything similar to what they've been showcasing. The gameplay is completely screwed up. A lot of stuttering, desyncing on the servers. I don't know, it's a mess. And to talk more about that, I will leave you. And upper echelon kind of gameplay, he went about it and at least played at least 12 hours of this, and he got his impressions. This guy, normally I trust what he says when he said that he plays a game and bring everything that it's not good from the game. They started basically with, they had only 40k people playing basically, and then in the next day half of them were playing in 24 hours. But yeah, we'll have to get a better sense. You need to wait like at least 5 days to give a good impression, because depending on the maybe on the weekends it might creep up a little bit. But yeah, the game itself seems horrible from the footage that he demonstrated, and the stuttering is real. Supposedly it's not a bad recording or trying to get lower resolution to try to trick people, just going down on this game. Yeah, I think the game is very bad. But yeah, it's one of those that you go to in a hype train full speed ahead, and then you got a bridge, and then you fall through that bridge. But yeah, basically this is it that I got to cover. It was basically mainly TGA stuff. That was the thing that caught my attention, and I wanted to catch up with it. I'm just going to wrap up with some gaming deals. We got 80s, the first one. It was nominated for an award, I think. Oh, the second one, most anticipated game kind of a thing, a nomination there, I think. Yeah, but this one is the first original 50% off, which is an excellent game. Again, overwhelmingly positive. It's one of those I will try out for sure. We got also Days Gone, PC port from the PS stuff there. Similarly, a very underrated game. The port itself is pretty good, with a lot of options from widescreen support and all that jazz, and mouse and keyboard support also. It's 75% off, which is good. We got also Dead Space for the 20 from this year. Again, it's one of those that I will replay one of these days for sure. I just when I have time, I will for sure buy that game and make a run through. So until then, for sure it will get a little bit cheaper. I don't have like the rush of getting into this game because I had a lot of games to catch up and doing the gameplay series. That's my focus. It is at the moment. We got also No Man's Skies again, 50% off. Again, this game now similarly is very excellent with a lot of content to go through. Again, if you like it, this kind of immersive stuff, this is one of those that you need to play. We got also The Invincible, still on kind of the introductory kind of deal here. 20% off. It's been very positive in terms of it's a more narrative based game here, but it's seemingly very good. Again, 20% off. It came out in November, so that's why the deal is only 20%. We got also Resident Evil franchise, or basically almost everything Capcom related, but I'm going to focus here for this time for Resident Evil. Again, I just picked one of those revelations. I will leave the list of the games that are on a sale. There are a lot of them to list it individually. In the last promotion, I did pick up Resident Evil 8 Deluxe Edition or something like that. It has some DLC there. Gold Edition, I think it's called. But yeah, I'm going to pick one by one the Resident Evil stuff, at least the remakes and the main, except for 5 and 6. I don't like very well what it is, those games. But yeah, I will pick them one by one, check them, and put them on my on my library. We got also Dead Dead Redemption 2. 67% off or 70% on the Ultimate Edition. The GTA is the game is based on the updated engine of this game. So, and from some trailers that they are doing some comparisons regarding in-game graphics, seems to have a huge update on the engine itself. I think it's the Rage engine, if not mistaken, that they are using. It's a proprietary one. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, that game also, the GTA. But yeah, this one is pretty good. Yeah, it's one of those I would like to try off. Open world Western, I also like this kind of setting. And lastly, we got Dredge. I'm not sure if I think it won Best Indie Game. I'm not sure, at least was nominated in the indie scene here. It's on the list for sure that I show off if it won or not, but it was nominated for something like that. And it's 25% off again. And there is what is it? Is a tie-in, not a collaboration. I don't remember. They announced a collaboration with other game. Dave the Diver, I think. It's another indie game, pixel art style. It seems pretty good also. And basically, you dive to catch fish. And I think there is a crossover or a collaboration between this game also. Will be very interesting. And yeah, basically this is it. It's been a long one for today. A lot of catch up to do. Tomorrow is Sunday. Will be my day off, and I will try to during today and tomorrow try to record something to put it regarding the gameplay series, trying to catch up and have some backlog. It's been very difficult. A lot of work to do. But yeah, I will try my best. At least I'm trying to get every day, at least, except for Sundays, to get a gaming news episode every day. But yeah, I'm just going to wrap up with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. At this moment, it's more about the storage that I need. to get more storage for the projects that I do for my private clients, and to have backups of that, and also some space for the videos that I do for the channel. Basically, at the moment, it's my main urgent thing there. And well, that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.